There's been a lot of commotion recently about the ethnicity of many historical figures and peoples, an example being the Egyptians. But one dispute in particular has garnered my attention, that being the ethnicity of Jesus Christ. There has been a varying amount of claims about this. The traditional image of Jesus in the West has been that he is white. However, in more recent times, some have said that he was an Arab, or even African. So in this video, we will analyze these claims and find out which one is closest to the truth. So first we will take a look at the environment and time period of which Jesus lived in. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, Judea in the year 0 AD. At this time, the Roman Empire had expanded its rule to be across the entire Mediterranean, under the rule of Tiberius Julius Caesar Augustus, not to be confused with Gaius Julius Caesar, the man responsible for taking down the Roman Republic and replacing it with the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was the host of many peoples and ethnicities, Iberians from what would now be Spain to Egypt and Northeast Africa. But it also contained many religions, and one of those religions was Judaism and the Jewish people. Judea had a large population of Jews, as it is the Holy Land, and Jesus himself was a Jew, the king of the Jews, even. One would ask, what did a Jew at this time look like? Well, one would immediately think of what modern-day inhabitants of Israel and Palestine would look like, which resembles an Arab. But at this time, things were very different. The territories of what is now modern-day Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Egypt, and Libya originally had peoples that looked more akin to a modern-day Sicilian. This can be backed up by some examples, one of them being Hannibal of Carthage, military leader of the Carthaginian Empire. Here is a marble bust of Hannibal, originally found at the ancient city of Capua in Italy. The bust clearly shows more European features. Keeping this in mind, the entire Mediterranean has a mostly ethnic European population, and with actual Arabs being limited to places like modern-day Persia and Saudi Arabia. Although North Africa at the time did have a minority population of Arabs, although it was definitely not a majority. So your average Mediterranean during the time of Jesus would have looked similar to a modern-day Sicilian or Spaniard, with perhaps some slightly bronzed skin due to being accustomed to the climate. This stayed that way up until the remnants of the Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, started to fracture. The main enemy of the Byzantine Empire was the Ottoman Sultanate, which was made out of the descendants of early Turkish peoples descended from agricultural communities in northeastern Asia, which migrated to the west. These Turkic peoples had stayed together as communities and grew stronger in numbers and population, eventually becoming a force to be reckoned with. As the Turkic peoples slowly expanded from the 11th century up until the demise of the Byzantine Empire in 1453, with the fall of the Roman capital, Constantinople, the Ottoman Sultanate became the Ottoman Empire, now controlling most of the former Western Roman territory. This resulted in most former Roman citizens leaving the new Ottoman lands for Europe or Byzantine rump states like the Despotate of Maria. And with the remaining populations consorting with the Turkic peoples, this is how we got our modern-day Turks, Palestinians, and Israelites. Now with all of this in mind, let's take a look at some information about Jesus. This is the Shroud of Turin, the burial cloth of Jesus Christ, which was wrapped around him and bears an image of his face and body. Here's an enhanced version of the shroud, giving you a closer look at his face and showing a clearer image. As you can see, Jesus fits the description of a European-esque looking man, with some Middle Eastern features. My conclusion is that Jesus was probably more European looking than some would like. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. And why is that? Well, because it's Jesus. Christians around the world depict Jesus differently. An example of this would be the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, one of the oldest Christian churches in the world, dating back to the acceptance of Christianity by the Kingdom of Axum in 330 AD. The Ethiopian church depicts Jesus as a black man, which you can see in these paintings. Another example is this piece. Although not of Jesus, it depicts the 𝗍𝗵𝗿𝗄 rebellion, with the seemingly Asian-looking Virgin Mary praying for the young Amakusa Shiro as he fights against the Dutch and shogun in Japan for his religious liberty. The depiction of religious figures according to location and culture is not unique to Christianity. For instance, in Thailand and other Southeast Asian countries, Buddha is depicted in various images depending the cultural symbolism. Point being is, he is Jesus, and as a devout Catholic, It doesn't matter to me what skin color or ethnicity Jesus was, because he's Jesus, and he can be anything he wants to be. I hope this video helped clear up some things about Jesus and the disputes regarding his ethnicity. So thanks for watching, and if you liked it, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos, leave comments or suggestions, and I'll be sure to check them out. I'll see y'all next time.